Hello and welcome back to another respawning FIFA 21 video. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different. This won't appeal to probably many of our subscribers, which is probably not the thing you want to be saying when you have a YouTube channel, but hey ho. But yeah, I've been able to get my hands on FIFA 21 over the past weekend, and speaking as a Villa fan, which I think is no secret to anyone who does watch our FIFA videos, I saw a distinct lack of Villa coverage, shall we say, on YouTube. Before I was able to get hands on FIFA myself, I really didn't know what many of the Villa players' ratings were, or, you know, I know a few, but not all of them. Didn't know how many had a real pro face in this one, you know, a scan face, or how many just have the potato faces, and I didn't know sort of, you know, what the big differences were from this season compared to last. So yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video for all the Villa fans out there who may not know yet, and just go through the players in the squad one by one and see what's new, if anything at all. And yeah, so if you are a Villa fan, welcome to the channel. If not, maybe just stick around anyway, you might have some fun. Anyway, let's crack on. Just a quick interruption to say that this video was recorded before Villa annihilated the champions of England, Liverpool, 7-2. So if we're just going based off that result, then every single one of the players in this team I'm about to go through should be rated 90 or above, because that was spectacular. Anyway, on with the video. So, first up, Olan Neelan, I can never pronounce his name. See, loads of people say Nyland, I say Neelan, but that's just me. Anyway, he seems to be the only player that has a new scan face, as far as I'm aware. I don't think he had one last season, or I don't think he got added at least anyway. So yeah, Neeland I think is the only player that I've noticed has one. As far as his rating goes, it's a 72, which I think is fair. I'm not sure if that's any different to last season. Nothing else on his stats particularly jump out on me. I know his kicking's always been good, so you know, and that's quite high now, that's like a 77. Moving on to Jed Steer, I think a 70 is a bit harsh. I'm not gonna lie. I think a 70 is a bit cruel. I think Jed Steer, he should at least be on the same as Neelan. His face is still the same, no difference there. Kalinic, I've got nothing to say. How's he a 75? How's he better than Steer and Neelan? It makes no sense. I just think it's ridiculous. Yeah, look, Neelan 72, and then Steer 70, Kalinic 75 makes no sense. Tom Heaton 78, I think that's fair, same as last season. No change there. Year older, I guess, that's about it. But yeah, no, I think a 78 is fair for Tom Heaton. Whether or not he'll drop, I don't know. Emiliano Martinez, the new goalkeeper in town, 78. See, after the season he had with Arsenal, I would have thought maybe he could be approaching an 80, but never mind. Neil Taylor, 70. Yeah, fair enough, he's gone down again. Expected. Matt Target is 76. Again, I think that's fair, and I think he's gone up. I'm not 100% sure. I think he was a 75 last season, so they have boosted him up a little bit. His ball control's quite high this season. He's got the trait of an early crosser. His crossing is really good, actually, 81, so that's good. This is a travesty. Konza, 71. Are you joking me? How is Konza 71? He must be higher than that. Did they not realise the season he had for us last season? No, that's just ignorance on EA's part. They haven't done their research on this one. Konza should be higher than a 71. At least 75 as far as I'm concerned. No, I don't know what's wrong there. I don't know whether they've just not paid attention, whether or not he'll be updated, who knows, but 71, not having that. He should be where this man is. Minks, 75. And even to be fair, like, Tyrone Mings is an England international now. I'm glad he's got the leadership trait. I'm not sure if he had that last season. Let me know in the comments, because I can't remember. But it's cool that he's got the leadership trait. I think 75 is the least he should be. I think, like I said, Konza should be at least equal with him. But there you go. But now I'm happy 75. Mings, my main man. And you notice he's changed to number 5. They have got that update in. So, yeah, my shirt's out of date now, but what can you do? But now I'm happy with that, 75. Engels has dropped to a 74. Again, you know, with some of the mistakes he made last season, the fact he kind of got dropped for Konza, this doesn't surprise me that he's had a bit of a drop. I think I'm okay with it. I like that he's got the injury-prone trait as well, it makes me laugh. Dominic Raven, no offence, I don't really know much about the young lad, so 55, I'm not sure if that's harsh or not. Hard to say. Courtney Hawes. Now, I'm not being funny, 72 is fine. 72 is fair for House or Hawes, whatever. But I just think he's a point higher than Konza. How is that? Konza's ahead of him in the squad. Konza did more for us last season than Courtney House did. No offense to Courtney House, I think he's brilliant. But yeah, I don't understand that. Al Mohammadi, 71. Fair enough. Maybe he should be a little higher. I think he's a bit underrated as a player in general. Al Mohammadi, that's just my opinion. But I suppose 71, especially with his age, you can't really argue that. FIFA tends to like to knock a lot of stats off the older players get. Frederick Gilbert, 76. Yeah, no, all right. I rate Gilbert. I know a lot of Villa fans don't. I really do. I think 76 is fair. Obviously, it looks like Matty Cash has been brought in this season to replace him. And as you're about to see, FIFA actually rate Matty Cash lower at 75. So, make of that what you will. I think Matty Cash obviously has a little more room to grow as Frederick Gilbert's sort of, mid-20s, who's approaching his prime, where I imagine the potential for Matty Cash is a lot higher. So 75 I think is fair, because let's be honest, he's only played 3 games in the Premier League, so he is unproven. But I'm happy with that. Marvelous Canberra, 75, I don't think that's any change to last season. Oh, just to go back to Matty Cash very quickly, he looks horrible. He needs a pro face now. Douglas Louise, 75. See, I think this is harsh. I think Douglas Louise needs to be shooting up. Again, this is more EA ignorance. I don't think they've really paid much attention to how his game changed after lockdown. I feel like he should really be 78, 79. He should be knocking on the door of 80 at this point. But hey ho, what do I know? That's EA for you. Bit of ignorance, I guess. But yeah, I mean, he's got the long shot taker trait. I think that's pretty cool. Don't know much about Lewis Brunt. 52 might be good, might not. I'm not sure. Same goes for Callum Rowe. Again, I think, got potential obviously, but 51. Conor Hourihane, 75. I think this is fair enough, and he's actually gone up. He was a 74 last season. So they put him up one, and he's got a year closer to 30 as well, and usually with FIFA that means the closer you get to 30, you ain't going up anymore, but they have, so that's fair enough. He's got the power free kick. Solid player, I agree with that. 75, completely fair. Yeah, happy with that. 76 for John McGinn, get out. What a joke. 76? Really? No disrespect to Conor Hourihane, because I love him, but you're saying McGinn's only one stat higher than Conor Hourihane? Nah, mate. Sorry, I'm not having that. He should be, again, a bit like Douglas Louise. I feel like he should be knocking on the door of an 80 rated one, but there we go. Also, he's still got his pro face from last season, so awesome. The new man himself, Ross Barkley, on loan from Chelsea. I had to make this transfer myself because the game hadn't updated yet, but hey ho. 78. I suppose he didn't really get much game time for Chelsea, so I can't really argue that he's dropped down a stat, because I think he was 79 last season. So, yeah, 78. I suppose he could easily get back to a 79, and if you're playing in career mode, you could easily get to an 80, 81 above that, so I guess that's fair enough. 69 for Lansbury. Nice. Yeah, fair enough. If anything, probably been a bit generous there. I feel bad for Lansbury, I really do. I also feel bad for that pro scan he's got. It looks terrible, poor bloke. Jacob Ramsey, 55. See, I think this is harsh because Ramsey seems to be the player who's breaking through for Villa. Admittedly, mostly been this season, so I can understand EA being a bit slow with that one, but 55 I think is a little harsh. He should definitely be in the 60s in my opinion. Super Jack himself, the main man, the captain, 80. Joke. Get out. How is he an 80? He's the highest rated player in this team, which is good, and he should be at least an 80, but I genuinely think he should be approaching mid-80s at this point for what he did for us last season, what he's been doing for us for a long time. And you look at some of these stats, and they're just like shooting 74. Have you not watched Jack? Have you not watched some of the goals he's put in? Nah, 74 shooting's a joke. I'm glad that he's got the leadership trait this season, though. I think that's a real cool thing. And it kind of bugs me as well that if you move him out of left wing, his stats drop. That bugs me. So, especially because he does, count himself as a number 10, but whatever. Yeah, I think Jack should be a lot higher than 80 personally. But like I said, I'm glad he's got that leadership trait, and take him into career mode and you can probably get him a lot higher than 80. So Yeah, I still think he'd just be higher though. Trezeguet, 75. See, I think that is fair, but some of the goals he scored for us last season, I think maybe should earn him a little more than that, maybe 77, 78. And 75 is not insulting to Trezeguet, I don't think. I think it is fair. He's got the acceleration, he's got the pace. I don't think it's unfair. Maybe his shooting should be a little higher, but Vasilev obviously on loan to Burton, 61. Yeah, I think that's fair enough. He didn't really get a lot of game time. He didn't really get to see what he could do last season, so I can't really argue with the 61, to be honest. I think it is what it is. Moving on from Vasilev, we will be looking at El Ghazi and 75. See, now, I think it's one of those things, it's like the Konza thing again, the Konza and House thing. I feel like El Ghazi should be a little lower than Trezeguet, not by a lot. I think 75 is fair for El Ghazi, but if El Ghazi is 75, then Trezeguet should be like 76, 77 for me. But I love Anwar, so 75, I'm not going to argue with it. Yeah, up the Anwar. Fucking love El Ghazi. Bertrand Traore, another new man at 76. I think it's hard to judge this because we've not seen enough of him really, and he's not even really gotten to the first team yet. So maybe 76 is fair. I don't know, I've not seen enough of him. Maybe Leon fans can tell me if 76 is fair or not. I've heard he's quite inconsistent. His ball control's really high, that's nice to see. It's about an 86. He's got a little finesse shot, flair. Yeah, he's got a lot of traits there, and he's still only 24, so I think there's a lot of room to grow there. I'm not sure there's much point in doing Jota because just before I started recording this video, found out that he's actually been released by the club now, so... But here he is anyway, 72. Probably fair, hasn't really had a chance to shine at Villa. I think he's got one of the better head scans for the record. I think he looks pretty cool. Ollie Watkins, what an ugly mug. Why doesn't Ollie Watkins have a face scan? I understand he was in the Championship last season, but yeah, I just think that he just looks terrible with that face. But yeah, 76. Again, he hasn't proven himself in the Premier League yet, so I kind of get that. But he was the second highest scorer in the Championship, so maybe his shooting should definitely be higher. His shooting's only a 73. That's a joke. Like, if he was the second highest scorer in the Championship, it should surely be higher than that. And then maybe that would bring his overall up a little bit. So maybe he should be close to like a 78 or 79 at least. Again, I know he hasn't done it in the Premier League, but I don't know. I just feel it should be higher than that. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I suppose again, he's only 24, room to grow. His only trait is a speed dribbler. It's like he's got the traits of a winger more than a striker still, but hey. Michael Tate, I don't know anything about. 52's got to be the lowest score in this Villa team, I think. Don't know how Michael Tate feels about that, but I don't really know the kid, so yeah, moving on. Wesley, 76. He's taken a fair drop from last season, which is unfair because he was injured. What else can you... I don't understand why EA feel the need to drop players in rankings when they've in ratings where they've been injured. Like, yeah, I think last season he was either a 77 or a 78. I remember though when you took him into career mode, he would fly up, but yeah. Keenan Davis, 68. What a joke. Should at least be in the 70. Should be starting at 70, then thinking about it from there. What he's done for us is okay, yeah, he's not the most prolific goal scorer, fair enough. But, he's a great player when he comes on. He's getting Premier League experience now. He was a major part of us after lockdown, so I think that's harsh, 68. Ali Samatta, I'm not sure why he's still here. He should be transferred out. And I think 76, no. Ali Samatta is not on the level of Wesley, and he is not 9 points better than Keenan Davis. Nah, not having that. But anyway, that was the Villa squad. There we go. Quickly rush through them all. I just wanted, for everyone to have a look and sort of get to see the Villa squad if you haven't seen it yet. And just because, as a Villa fan, I was looking for that and couldn't really find it. So there we go. I thought I would supply you with the goods, as it were. Like I say, overall, I think most of them are fair. Like most of the ones I got a problem with, I just tend to think it should be one or two higher. Nothing more than that. So there's nothing that's massively insulted me there. The Grealish one, I definitely think Grealish should be higher for what he's done. I've lost my light here. Give me light. I'm down. There we go. Carrying on. Yeah, I think Grealish should be higher given what he's done for us and getting into the England squad. The same goes for Tyrone Mings. I think they're England internationals now. maybe give them a little more of a boost. Yeah. Other than that, I think the rest are only... Oh, McGinn as well, I think should be higher, but there we go, what can you say? And Konza should be way higher. Konza should be on level with Mings, for me. And then maybe Mings one up from that, I don't know. So yeah, there we go. And as far as the face scans go, we really need face scans for Matty Cash and Ollie Watkins quick, because they don't look good. And I hate the pre-rendered, or whatever you want to call them, faces, the clay faces basically. They don't look good, so we definitely need new faces for those boys. Yeah, and that's it. So for all the new Villa fans watching, if you're into video games, maybe give us a like and subscribe, because I'll be talking a lot about FIFA, and usually with FIFA comes me chatting crap about Villa, so it might be worth subscribing for that. Also, make sure you check out our website, respawning.co.uk, for all the latest news and reviews. We're also back with podcasts now. If you search for Respawning UK on Spotify, iTunes, Google, Stitcher, anywhere you may find your podcasts, you should find us there. Yeah, I've been Mikey. Thanks for watching. Up the Villa. See you next time.